Okay, ready?
I am, Mayor Pritchard.
Yeah, please. Do you mind bringing your client up?
Yes, sir, and we would be waiving the fee as well, Your Honor.
I still want to hear it.
Sure, of course.
Other way around?
Oh, sorry.
Wait a second, have we done PC on that? Have we done PC already on that?
Not in this court. I don't know if probable cause was already found. I forgot to ask.
I don't see that it has on my end.
Okay. All right.
Just, Your Honor, no.
Good morning, Ms. Thompson.
Good morning, how are
And
you?
you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
On April 21st, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched in reference to a wrong-way driver and initiated a traffic stop on the vehicle described by the 911 caller. The law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant, and the defendant handed the law enforcement officer an unopened alcoholic beverage. The law enforcement officer noticed the strong odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from the vehicle, and the defendant appeared unstable and fell against her car. The defendant stated she spilled a whole can of beer on herself earlier. The defendant's vehicle appeared to have fresh damage consistent with hitting a curb. Standardized field sobriety tests were conducted, where the officer observed 6 out of 6 clues in the HGN, 3 out of 8 on the walk and turn, and 0 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. An inventory search revealed 3 open and empty beer cans in the backseat floorboard and other unopened alcoholic beverages. The defendant considered to breath and blew .143 and .145.
What did you say the stop was for?
The stop was for, there was a 911 call that stated there was a vehicle driving the wrong way and described the vehicle. The officer found the vehicle.
Driving the wrong way?
I'm not sure. Well, the officer found the vehicle was not driving the wrong way, but it matched the description given by the 911.
Right. Anyone can call and say anything. Did he view any kind of traffic infraction? I could literally call and say, hey, man, state's driving nuts. Go get him. Right? I mean,
There's
Yeah.
no other
Okay.
traffic infraction.
Ms. Benson, I'm going to find that there's no probable cause to go forward with your case. There's enough death and destruction on our streets. Now, play it safe. The last thing you need is to end up in a 6x9 because you get into an accident, maim, kill someone, especially with alcohol in the car. Do you understand? Play it safe. Don't make any boneheaded moves. Please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Any more?
Next one, Judge?
Yeah.
All right, page 10, Lycona, come on up. All right, so we'll go to this case on the May 27th, this is the state of Texas.
Okay.
You speak English, sir? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Is there a Joya here? Joya? Sir, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay?
Just one moment, Your Honor. Judge, on April 21st, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a shoplifting call at JCPenney. He made contact with the complainant witness, a loss prevention officer. The complainant witness stated the defendant entered the store and selected a hoodie, removed an anti-theft sensor, and put the hoodie on. The defendant then exited the store, passing all points of sale. The defendant was detained by the loss prevention officer, and a pair of shorts and a t-shirt were located under the hoodie that were also not paid for. The total value of the stolen property was $100.
So like on a Gray, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to go to any JCPenney. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you do, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. If you pick up any new cases, if you're a danger to my city, it's not going to go well for you. How old are you?
18.
I'm going to appoint you a lawyer today. What are you doing with yourself?
I'm going to school and I'm working.
Where do you go to school?
MacArthur High School.
Hey, I don't want you using alcohol. I don't want you using any weed. I'm gonna test you today. Do you understand? If you do, it's not gonna go well for you likewise. You mind reaching out to the man?
Yes.
I'm gonna have you take a seat right over there, and I'm gonna send you for a test. You were to come back. Do you understand, sir?
Yes,
And then I'll have a lawyer for you, please. Don't worry about conditions, because I'm gonna have them on.
Can you confirm?
Yes. All right, Judge, next is page 21, Washington. Come on up.
Who are you? Who are you? Yeah. Oh, got it. All right. Miss Washington, ma'am, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
On April 21st, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer conducted a business check at a convenience store. Law enforcement officers observing surveillance saw two males engaging in hand-to-hand transactions and leaning into the passenger side window of the black sedan. The law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant, the driver of the black sedan, and observed marijuana in plain view in the cup holder vehicle and carried out a probable cause search. The law enforcement officer found a baggie in the cup holder to contain a green leafy substance identified as marijuana. The approximate weight of marijuana was 0.427 ounces.
Two males have a hand-to-hand transaction.
Yes, Your Honor.
They get into the car.
Yes, Your Honor. They're
Officer
speaking.
goes to the car.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where's she?
She's the driver, Your Honor.
She's the driver.
That's correct.
Ms. Washington, we're going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Can you run her license, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am? Okay, I can have you fill out an application. I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. I need to know everything about you, what kind of car you drive, what kind of income you have coming in, and then I'll take a look to see whether you qualify.
Eligible, Your Honor.
Okay, you're not allowed to drive unless you also have liability insurance, car insurance. You understand that is also a condition. I'll have Deputy Miranda give you an application. I'll have you get with Victoria for a reset and then just take a seat for me and take a look at your application.
Judge, counsel is approaching on page 3 and 4 bullets.
Okay,
Want him to come out now?
hi, come on up. So what are we doing?
This is the case that was transferred from court 16. It was put on the docket today. You already knew about it, but it's just that he's here.
We knew that they were gonna file it,
Yes,
right?
uh-huh.
Okay. I think we already have conditions on him. Don't,
Judge, the new case that was transferred from 16, there's not even a bond in the system. So that's why.
I mean, I'm showing there's $100 bond.
Are you looking at, let's see,
The 255-9015.
right, but a bond wasn't posted. It's set.
Okay, so we'll give him another PR bond. And then all the conditions that we have now, we'll have on him.
Does he need to re-sign those conditions?
Yeah, he'll have to
Okay.
sign. We'll he'll have to sign the bond too.
Okay.
So just don't let him leave. She's gonna call you up to sign a bunch of stuff and then after that, you guys can get together. Okay. Okay. Hunter,
Yes, Judge.
hey, what's the word, Thunderbird?
I'm ready to go, Judge. I got an email from the state at like 3:30 yesterday that they didn't have an officer that they needed, but
Or us as the officer that are country, I'm not yesterday.
Okay, have you had any continuance in this case? I give you one and that's it.
Your Honor.
Check. There's.
Judge, we're opposed simply because this has been set for months. Officer should have known.
I mean, he's right, you know?
I mean, only thing I would say is, he is a material witness. He is the.
What's the last name?
It's Claxton. CLAX.
Oh, it was.
Do we have any other cases to go on?
There are, so it's not like, I mean, unless the Lopez case, which we come to an agreement, Lee has been, not by you, just by the.
Is that the one over there with, Ms. Brown? Where's Ms. Brown?
She's here, we're working on amending the information so it leads to the one we agreed upon. And then we are coming to an agreement on Jones as well.
Do we know 100% that Broholm's gonna plead?
She was here, I saw her. That's all.
But she said, yeah, that they're gonna
She
accept
said
it?
they're gonna accept it.
Yeah.
I know that.
I mean, I don't wanna release it until I hear from
Right.
her. So let me call her real quick. If I have her phone number. Let me see. Yeah. Now, how long has this case been set for trial?
Months, I don't know exactly.
I mean, it's,
312, you're on, when we got.
yeah, I'm gonna deny it. I mean, really, we've had it for months. I get it, but it's been for months. Be ready. So, all right, I'll deny it. And then, let me reach out to Ms. Broholm.
Thank you, Judge.
For sure. It's Thursday. Hey, Ms. Broholm, it's David Fleischer. Okay, but you are gonna please, so I'm gonna release the jury then, if you are. Yeah, no, there's no rush, no rush. I mean, if you know that you're gonna take it, then I just wanna release the jury, you know? Okay. Hi, you ready?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
I have an arraignment for Ms. Rice.
Do you mind bringing her up?
I do believe PC has not been found or.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. Rice. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 22nd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a crash call and found a vehicle inoperable due to a collision and blocking traffic. Law enforcement officers spoke to a wheel witness who stated he observed the defendant in the driver's seat of the vehicle with the engine on and advised the defendant to turn the vehicle off and exit the scene. The law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant who was sitting in the driver's seat of the vehicle and observed slurred speech, moderate odor of alcoholic beverage, and glossy eyes. The defendant admitted to consuming one alcoholic beverage. SFST standard field sobriety tests were conducted. A 6 out of 6 on the HGN was reported, a 7 out of 8 on the walk and turn, a 2 out of 4 on the one leg stand. The defendant refused to provide a specimen. A blood warrant was obtained and executed.
If I may, Your Honor, what the officers completely failed to leave out of their report is that the car was registered to the other person that was present. The other person had the keys on them. The other person admitted to driving. At the time of the accident, I'm not sure why they switched seats. I don't know. I do know the wheel witness came after the accident had already occurred. They had been waiting on a tow. If the officer would have done any due diligence in his research or questioning, the other person they may have been intoxicated. I'm not sure. He didn't even follow up with them. They openly admitted, this is my car. I'm the one driving. The officer made no attempts to remedy that situation or even mention that in his report.
Have you had any of that?
Your Honor, I would just say that, I mean, based on what we have in the DIMS, we witness put the defendant in the driver's seat of the car.
After the car was already inoperable. He didn't see her, he didn't see the accident.
Your Honor, I would say for probable cause purposes, we have a wheel witness that says they saw the defendant behind the driver's seat.
Of an inoperable car.
And a law
I
enforcement officer saw.
At the scene of the accident, right? I mean, if you have some kind of other evidence to show, I have to give them time also, you know?
Understand probable
I mean, this is just,
Yes.
probable cause is a very low burden, right? So this doesn't mean that you're guilty. I mean, if that's in fact true, that's why we have trials, right? There's always two sides to the story. I wasn't there, you were there, you know what happened, I don't know. So that's something that you bring out in trial and, you know, perhaps even before, if you show it to them and it's in fact true, then, you know, they'll kick it. But I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case for now. Ms. Rice, any prior DWIs?
No, Your Honor.
License?
Check on the license ready second.
Like I said, I'm finding probable cause. I'm warning you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. You understand? You're not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance as well, okay? That is a part of your bond condition as well. If you find that you're driving, you don't have insurance or any other violation, you will go to jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, you've got great lawyers. They'll take care of you because you have them. I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court. But stay in touch with them and they'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court.
Yes, sir.
Judge, I'm sorry, I'm running this license. It's not loading right now. Okay, here it comes. Judge, the license is open.
Okay, great. So what we'll do for now is we'll have you go to Victoria Center Reset. You'll get with Roxanne for your bond conditions and after that, you're free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, we're done. I think we're done.
I'll approach with Chief.
Dustin, how are you, man?
On Worthy, Judge?
Worthy.
Yes, sir, Emmanuel Worthy. Okay, so he's on deferred on evading, picks up the UCW. I don't know if you recall, we kind of had
I don't remember anything.
we had a protracted argument about PC. We actually watched the video. It was like a turn signal situation. The court found PC. We're here today. Both cases are set. The MAJ is still out there. I talked to Chief earlier about the case, and he said he would be willing to dismiss the new UCW if the court was okay amending the conditions or doing whatever on the original deferred evading. And so we were going to approach.
Amending and doing what?
Well, the violations are,
Extending him?
extending will be okay.
Have we TRAS'd him,
He
Shatori?
was TRAS originally.
Do I need to put you under a protective order? Are you still in drive? Wait, Dustin, are you in?
Yeah. I'm doing my email right now, but I'm doing, Jones is ready to go, so we're pulling out.
Okay, you want to do it later? Okay, I don't want to,
He's on board, I want to get it done right now.
okay. I'm ready when you are.
Devontae Bullock.
Did we do a TRAS on him? And-
It's recommended with the young adult caseload and.
Perfect. That's it. I'm down with it. Totally. So the young adult caseload kind of, it's like a father figure where they watch over them, they help them get jobs, they help them get IDs, GEDs, whatever it may be to kind of help them better themselves in life. Kind of like a sober court, but for young adults, so to speak.
Okay.
That's what I think that would be appropriate. You know, we would extend, put them on the young adult caseload.
Does that mean you have to be an important person or?
No, you know what? I don't know.
I can have him sign an amended condition.
Would he report to the region? Would he report to the region? Okay, let him know the 3 strikes. I mean, I'm not gonna continue to extend if we're bending over, try to not put him in jail. right? And he continues to pick up cases.
Of course. And how long would it be extended for?
Let's see, because it's recommended for about.
I think it's 9 months.
He's already 15 months.
Yeah. So I would say maybe at least 3 more months for him to get that class completed.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
So he's on a 15-month probation now?
Yes, sir.
How much has he done? He,
17th is when he got on probation. He's supposed to get off on September 16th.
So it's been 9 about?
no, 11. Right.
June to,
Yeah, no, 9.5, right? So, yeah, I guess do that, but I really, the young adult caseload, that's where it's at,
Yes,
for
sir.
sure. Yeah, okay, we'll do it.
okay, so I'll have it.
Let him know, though, that he picks up a new case.
Understood.
I'll file the dismissal on the new case, and I'll file the dismissal on the new case.
Okay.
Well, let's make sure he gets conditions signed first.
I was
and
gonna
then- Yeah,
wait.
Okay.
till we have this condition.
cool. Anna. Yeah, please.
I'm hearing Sarah Taylor. He's on bond.
Yes.
So Mr. Taylor, lost contact because he didn't have a telephone. He's back now, has a phone. And he's here today. Victoria told me I needed to approach on bond conditions, but, I just want to make the court aware that now he and I have good contact and he has a pretty lengthy orange sheet.
Really like the one?
Orange sheet. Just when you're thinking about bond conditions.
Where are the two thefts from? Wolf?
You have one in the Galleria. Let me look for the particular storefront.
How long's he been out of contact?
I'm sorry.
How long's he been out of contact?
So I was appointed on his case. We required his appearance. That's when he and I lost contact. But he's back and I have good contact with him now.
Okay.
We have a CVS as the first theft on the,
No going to the Galleria,
Okay.
no going to CVS. Is he under the care of a doctor?
Might be.
Can you check? Because if he is, and he's supposed to be taking medication, I'd like to make that a condition as well. That he's supposed to take any kind of medication, see any kind of doctor he's supposed to. Okay?
Okay.
And then just let me know.
Okay.
Hey, coming up. Hi, Mr. Jones, coming up.
Yeah.
Pick it off for him. Hey,
Here on Zaragoza, Zaragoza. Okay, so in Zaragoza, it was suggested to me by the state. I was talking to the state about possible solutions. This is a case, I was,
jail or on bond?
she's in jail. I've been on her case for a week.
Okay,
And so there was previously a mental health PTI that was offered to her. She got out, she didn't comply. She ended back here, failed to appear. So right now, they say that under the new policy, she's not really eligible for a mental health type of plea. So
the past one that we did we like take her to the place and she took off and she didn't do it, or
no, it was one of those ones where they
she has to go there?
got with her, gave her a plan and told her to go and she did.
She didn't go.
In the guidance we've got now on these they are not eligible for mental health PTI if it's a violent offense, including us.
Oh, okay.
So there's that.
So.
I'll do whatever you want to do. I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
in terms of like, if there was something agreement we reached as far as like time served, you'd be okay?
Yeah, for sure, of course. Okay, Hannah.
Sorry, I'm back on Mr. Taylor. He does not take medication.
Okay.
You will come back.
So just let him know that if he takes off again, I'm not gonna reinstate it and he
Okay.
will end up going to jail and I'm not gonna continue to play this game. The next time he loses contact with me for this.
Understood, Judge.
Okay. I think that, do we have conditions signed already or no?
Well, when you bond forfeited, those bond conditions go away,
So we
so
need
you
to
have
do new
to
ones then.
need the new bond conditions, which,
Retrial bond condition?
I just stayed. Because he's not being supervised, right? We're not supervising him or anything, are we? Yeah, just state law conditions then. So do you mind filing on
Taylor.
Taylor, going to the Houston Gallery, going to CVS?
And just for clarification, all CVSs or this specific?
You can say this one.
Okay, I just want to make sure that,
Just, if you pick up a case.
okay, understood, Judge. And if you'll file those, we'll get them signed.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, Ms. Rojo, you ready? We're checking to see if it's filed.
Blue light, press down.
Do you mind bringing someone out? Mineta, right, Mineta? Mineta. Yeah, please. Yes, ma'am. Hi.
I have Mr. Anderson on docket, Your Honor.
Ready?
I am ready.
Am I calling you, ma'am?
Mr. Anderson, you gave us a short time frame to get back, Your Honor. We made it back.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Anderson. Come on up. Sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 3 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up.
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, there's no turning back. Is this what you want to do?
So,
How do you plead to the offense?
see,
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to it. I'll roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck, sir. Thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Please.
That would be excused.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Anderson?
And then Mr. Mineta needs to sign.
She's gonna go last.
This case on Bullock, the one for the PR bonds, we need to get the warrant issued first, this way I can send them the fingerprints.
Okay,
So I think that's what we're working on. Yeah, just.
got it.
What we could do is. I just want. Okay, it looks like there was never anything issued once it came from 16 over here.
It wasn't in warrant status.
They set it for the bond, it's technically warrant status, but there was never the caveat issued.
Huh. Okay, I will do that.
So what we do is technically. The DPS still wants it. Was it gonna revoke, I suppose, and well, we can't revoke it, it's never a bond, so we can't do the DI, because it's not technically, let me see, is it?
Victoria.
It looks good. Still, right, is that still filing?
We can't give a bond on the one case because the warrant was never
Right now,
issued.
it's still filing, and that's like the whole. ACIOC and then do PL.
Yes.
So you want to keep it at that?
Huh?
Keep it at that?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah, so once that works out, we'll. Do you need it to be, the complex sheriff? I'll call him right now. Once I can send him, then. Where is it? Just in case. You're good. We're getting pending. Get a question. Sir, no, sir. I'm doing that. There you go.
All right, good morning, Mr. Mineta. So you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor, so you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 1 year in jail to be 1 year in jail with credit for 241 days that you have already served. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record, and this now makes 2. What happens on the next one? What happens on the next one?
Bad things.
Hmm?
Bad things.
Yeah. Prison. You're looking at a minimum of 2 years, a maximum of 10 years in prison if you pick up another DWI. And I'm gonna tell you now, you don't have to be stupid, falling down, piss-ass drunk to pick up a felony DWI. When they run your license with the faintest smell of alcohol, they're gonna light you up and just, it's not gonna go well. So don't get into a car, even if you've had a sip. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty to this offense, like I said, it's going on your record and it will be there for the rest of your life.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Is this what you want to do?
Guilty.
How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. Guilty.
I'm gonna find you guilty. And is it true or untrue that you had a .15 or above? Okay, true to the enhancement. I'm gonna send you to the agreement. I'm going to suspend your license for a year. Do not drive until you get a license, and good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah.
Can you spell UPS to register charge? The paper on the paper trail box.
I'll do it right now. Thank you.
Want to do 365 or 1 year on the on? One year, it was written. 1 year. Are you ready?
Oh, I was just talking to the judge.
Mr. Johnson, you ready?
Judge, I have a intox removal order that my client needs to sign to get his license reinstated. I was asking the court to sign that, I believe the Thursday, put it in the queue.
Is it an open case or it's it done?
Been resolved.
Yeah, okay, I'll sign it for you.
Thank you, Judge.
For sure. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's just a panel. Okay. Yeah, thanks. Please.
On your docket, 3, to be exact. 1 is out on bond, 2 are in custody. Which one do you like to?
Dealer's choice.
Sounds good. I'll take on, I guess, the bond one first. It's Mr. Macero Barcenas, Judge.
Barcenas.
He's the one who was offered class. I told you yesterday that I believe that he had to class and I was gonna help him take it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, did you get it?
So I just spoke to him, kind of, he hasn't started yet. He didn't know how to access it, so now he's in the process of actually taking it. So I have helped him get into the class to actually.
Is he here?
He is here, Judge. He's sitting in the back.
He's had since March. The class was offered March 4th. We're now 4/29. We've literally given him more time, at least 2 times.
I know, Judge.
And he still hasn't done anything?
I think maybe it was a miscommunication on what.
No. I'm gonna roll him day for day until he gets it done. I mean,
Yes,
it's
sir.
not fair.
Yeah, I agree.
Really. So if he doesn't get it done, then he's just gonna have to, tell him to get it done today.
Yes, sir,
Now
absolutely.
roll him to tomorrow. And if
Yes,
he
sir.
doesn't get it done, then I'm gonna roll him to the next day. And then at some point, he'll get it done. Then he'll know that we're in business.
Sounds good. Thank you, Judge.
Unacceptable.
Okay,
who's next?
the next one, Judge, is Mr. Noel Dominic.
And you, if you're not here tomorrow, Zoom in. You don't have to come. That's why we have it, so that's, okay?
I'm here.
Okay, all right, because I don't want you to have to take extra time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, okay,
The next one's in custody, Mr. Dominic, Judge. Noel Dominic.
okay.
This is, he's actually wearing a PC in this case, Judge.
Last name is Noel?
Dominic, Dominic. I believe he is. I thought I saw him.
Why do I not see it?
I'm sorry, Reina. I'm sorry. I don't know why I put Dominic. It's Reina. Reina.
Okay, there we go, Raymond. Okay. You ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is a new case, right?
Yes, sir, from last.
Let's do PC.
All right, Judge. On April 19th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer conducted a business check of an Exxon gas station. The officer observed a motor vehicle at the gas pump without a front license plate and with the brake lights on. The officer observed a male asleep behind the wheel in the driver's seat. The officer contacted the defendant and observed him to have red glossy eyes and a strong odor of alcoholic beverage emitting from his breath and from his person. The defendant initially refused to obey verbal commands to exit the
I
vehicle.
remember this. We did do this. And they saw him
On the
through
camera.
surveillance driving into the thing.
Oh, I see. I guess I didn't see in the damn send.
That's what I remember this because I had the same issue with you until they told me that they have video surveillance of him pulling into the station.
When does the surveillance video say that? I guess how much time before the cop got there? Because I saw the police.
That, we didn't get into how, and
Gotcha.
all I know is that they've got video of him going in and that's why.
And the reason why I was asking, Judge, because I found a case that's actually strikingly similar. It's from Austin, but it is strikingly similar where they found no probable cause. If you like, I can leave
They
it.
have him on video pulling in?
Well, no, Judge, but it does talk about how it's, I mean.
I'm with you
Yeah.
until that point.
Okay. Because even if they have operation, I don't know how to get intoxication. That's the issue. There's no signs about intoxication other than a sign of introduction of alcohol into his body, but nothing about
They
intoxication.
pull him out and he's got all the signs though, right? If I remember?
Strong odor of alcoholic beverage
Yeah.
emitting from his breath and from his person, appeared to be disoriented, red glossy eyes.
And he's asleep.
Right. But red eyes, what could be many things, and then, I mean, these are factual issues. I get that, but from what I
This is
saw.
probable cause. Right. And you've got a guy that's pulling in, he's asleep at the pump, cops go try to figure out, hey, what's going on? Displays all the factors. And then, yeah, I think that there's enough for peace.
Okay, fair enough.
Sure.
Okay, so then I got one more judge in custody.
So
peace.
hold on. So
Yes, Judge.
he's at no bond because of the ag assault upstairs. He's set tomorrow. Guys, on him, no, this is on Reyna, page 35. No drugs, no alcohol, random testing. Can you see if he has a license?
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Just all the standard conditions. Mr.
Judge,
Do you want,
we have conditions in place for RUA.
we do, we have it already? Okay, all right, I think we're good. Do you want to set it for later this week to see what happens? Or do you want to do it far off? It's up to you.
No, let's see what happens, Judge. It's okay. I just wanted to make a quick reset. Yes,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Okay, who's your last one?
Last one is Rivas, Judge. He's also in custody. And this is the one I approached PC late, yesterday because I was plenty late. We're
Okay.
talking about that there was nothing in the names about knowledge, that actual knowledge of falsity.
You have anything?
So what I found is, nothing specific. There's been no case law specifically addressing that issue. But from what I found is that there is case law regarding the element of knowledge where it has to be actual knowledge. Mere possession of an item is not enough to provide any type of actual knowledge, at least as prescribed under the statute. The statute controls, the language of the statute controls and explains.
Ladies, can you take a look?
Yes, sir.
And then I can just take a look and pop with them real quick and then I guess, let me thin the line and then we can explore it further. Okay, can you give me just a couple seconds? Let me thin them out because it's gonna take a little bit longer. Shreya.
Hi, Judge, I'm here on Chelsea Levy. That was a BDR. And it looks like so we approached last court date on March 20th. She works and there's no way she can make it from work to get the UA completed, but she tested negative that day. I just know this situation is gonna keep happening, so
she'll have to go to Quest Diagnostic wherever she is.
but so a couple things. If they request it on Thursday or Friday, it won't have an alcohol component because on Saturdays, they don't do that. here's the other option. Do you just want to install an interlock for her? She's really not drinking. Would you waive the interlock fees and then she's willing to do that? and
always.
then- Yes, I'm just making sure. And I know that's actually more invasive, but Chelsea, that is something, right? Like as opposed to losing your job.
Okay, I'm down.
And if I can, just a reset on that's fine, correct? It's from January? Okay. Thank you.
Judge, that license on Rena is valid, or it's eligible.
Okay, great. Hey, good morning. How are you, man?
Good, how are you?
Been a while.
Good. Yes, I know. They've got me upstairs. I've got Jonathan Payton on docket. And, Judge, it looks like he is going to be taking a probation plea for his felony cases. And I spoke with the state, and if he does that, then they're going to dismiss, but his next setting is on 5/1.
They're gonna happen then? Do you know?
I
Get how old it is.
Yeah, it's from November. So
Council for reset?
It's 173. So do you think it's gonna happen at the next setting?
I want to say so. I mean, they don't have a formal offer on there. Speaking,
Set it for the same day or for the day after?
they can do the day after.
Okay, do that and let's hope they do it. If not, I'll give you a little bit of time because I know, if it runs into the 250, then I'm gonna have an issue.
Sure.
But
Well, we can
hopefully
set
they
it
can
for
get it done
12
pretty
before
quick.
that.
Yeah, okay, we got you.
Great, thanks, Judge. Good seeing you.
Judge, can we sign some bond conditions now?
Hi, Sarah, you ready?
Yes, there's a motion to withdraw in your queue for an off-docket case that I.
Is it in warrant status?
No. It's,
You?
yes, there's a conflict. There's a conflict of interest.
So we need to appoint someone else?
Yes.
Just let her know and I'm okay with
Okay,
it.
okay, thank you.
I'll have to tell us what it is. That's what you're waiting on, Anna?
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna
Done.
wait till he was done before I
Okay.
got just.
Yeah, it's signed if you want to bring them up. Okay, right?
I'm approaching your honor on Wyndon Weathersby. He's on the docket today. So Mr. Weathersby sent me a message through my docketing system, my case. And he basically said that he needs his court date set back a week. He had a death in his immediate family. He is homeless. And he needs an extra week to get himself together.
And add a third excuse on that too. The only thing I'm waiting for is abducted by aliens, you know?
But, so we try to call him, but his phone has been turned off. I don't know if he will respond when I send him another message through my case.
I don't understand why he has such a problem showing up. It's, you're supposed to test.
We tried to call him to see if he would, respond on the phone and send a text message, but he hasn't, but he.
Okay, what day do you want? I'll give you any day next week.
Okay, let's see.
But it'll be set for bond forfeiture. If he doesn't show, I don't care what,
So next,
any day but Fridays.
okay, I'm looking, what about, the 30th?
It doesn't matter to me, Anna.
Okay, all right, thank you.
So SFBF,
Libation?
no.
I heard you. I thought I
Let's talk about Willis. SFBF the 30th. Lori. Wait. What day you say? Next week. I'm not 30 days. So any day next week, other than Friday, no Friday.
All right, how is?
Okay. Hi.
Good morning,
Tell me
Judge.
something nice.
Michael Rohak.
Rojas?
ROLHAC.
Okay.
Rohak. I don't know.
30 days.
He's charged with 2 BMVs, which they have to rip, but it looks like he was just sleeping in somebody's car.
Oh, he's in jail?
Mm-hmm. It's asking for a PR bond.
Okay, what's the minus?
Wow, they set the bond at 15,000. So he's on bond for a B&B, picks up another B&B.
Was he on bond? No, he was.
Yeah. He picked up a B&B 423.
And then got out.
It's a GOB, and then 5 days later now picks up a second B&B. Where's he going?
He has no place to go.
I'm not, if he's got a place to go, we can talk. But for me, just to let him out on the street and hope and pray that it doesn't happen, I mean, really. Hey, guys, can you bring out Mr. Rollhawk, please?
Okay, got it.
And then I have Mr. Morris Stone.
Okay.
On the jail docket. He's charged with 2 criminal trespass, and they have done a mental health PTI. I want to do a mental health PTI on him, so I would need a PR bond. Okay.
Whatever you need.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Rollhawk.
Michael Rollhawk. R.O.
Page 37.
Lovey?
Exactly.
Council Barista?
You okay?
We're gonna reapproach me on that driver's license.
Which one? That one? Was it like peeling?
I mean,
Cause that's what I was like, okay, no, fair enough, but.
I didn't know my states.
How did it turn to this? How did it turn into this?
Except we have to ask the guy with the car, because it wasn't an issue at all.
No, I mean, why on the street? Why on the street? There's nowhere else you can go?
I just don't have a place where I can go right now, that's all.
Do you have any family anywhere?
North side, there's no shelters, and then.
No.
Family.
Do you have family?
There's one family member that I can contact, I just haven't had a chance to.
Who?
Mr. Jesse James Valdez.
No. Is uncle, aunt, mom, dad, brother, sister, anyone? Who do you have in your life?
Mr. Jesse James Valdez, that's the only person that knows me from the time that I was
Where's mom
young
and dad?
to now.
Where are mom and dad?
My mom and dad both passed away.
Okay, do you have any brothers and sisters?
I have one little brother, but I don't really speak to him that often.
Why not?
I just haven't had a chance. I mean, I don't even have a telephonic or a phone, so I don't really just communicate.
If we
with
give
that.
you the ability to call, do you know the number?
Yes, sir.
I'd like you to try to call your brother. I want you have no one in this life that is going to bond you out. We gave you a free bond, asked you, hey man, be good. Don't pick up any new cases. You done picked up another BMV 5 days later. I'm not gonna continue with the same thing. If you want to get out, the only way is if I know that you have stable and someone in your life that is gonna look after you. And I'm not talking a girlfriend or just a passerby. No, I want someone real, like baby brother. And if you do, then we can talk about letting you out, but you go to that person. No dope, no alcohol, but I'm not letting you out just to go out on the streets. This is what's happened. Do you understand? We've given you a great lawyer. Let her know. You can try to reach out to baby brother to see if he'll take you in or anyone else.
It's not my brother, it's Mr. Valdez. His dad, that would be the person that would be able to take care of me and everything like that.
Okay, we'll call. When I go back there, I'll get the number and call.
Okay. All right. Good luck, Mr. Rohan.
Thank you.
Hi, Maria.
Judge, oh, lost the name, just a second.
All right, can we do mental health
In
PTI?
custody is, Mejia.
They have to do some investigation. I'm
Oh, I'm sorry.
I asked her a question. It's not you, it's me.
They have to do, a rip call on it beforehand and then
Okay,
we'll see about it.
okay. So you said Mejia?
Mejia, Judge, he was here yesterday, and you revoked and raised bonds, and I think we didn't do it on the interference case. He's got 3 cases total.
No, we did do it on the interference. I think I said all of them at five.
Here's on the docket again this
Those two I
morning.
said at 5,003 and I didn't touch the new case. I think.
Right, he said to call on the 20th, Judge, in all 3 cases. And he's got an immigration hold.
Right. Yeah, so the first two are 5,003. We left the new assault at $100, that no PR bond, but you know.
Yes, Judge.
So whatever you want to do, we'll do.
Okay, we'll leave it as is, Judge.
All right.
And then I have another case, Judge Macias. He's set for bond forfeiture today, Juan Antonio Macias, and he has not checked in.
Okay, so if he's not here by the end of docket, it'll get revoked.
Yes, Judge.
And if you want to
Yes, sir.
stay on, you're welcome to. If you want to withdraw,
I'll
that's,
come back and check if you can.
okay.
Thank you.
Hey, so on Macia?
Council for reset?
More so in cases, mental health PCI's PR bond.
Yeah.
I think they're.
So, yeah, 5,001.
5,000.
Huh, 5,001. If he doesn't show by the end of, and I'll, okay, you ready? Did you get that?
About 2 cases. The first one is Chan, CHAN, Chan Chiscode. This one they just told me to approach because I guess
They
the state.
filed a, yeah. Okay. That's it?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
It's a pretty new case. And then my other case.
Wait. Okay, so yeah, Brandon, we don't need to do anything. Who's your other guy?
Tyler Williams. That one we're still waiting on all the videos.
Yeah, okay, have fun.
Thank you.
Mr. Mons,
It is a pleasure interviewing, sir.
as always, how are you?
Are the prosecutors behaving today or not?
Yeah, they're doing well.
I've got a motion to sub on your docket for an Erica.
Yeah, just have them put an L sign up.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Gandhi?
Judge, I'm here on Mr. Drone Hunter. He has that
BVR that you put on today's docket so we can address? Come up, Mr. Hunter. Judge, his mom is also here. Would it be all right to have her come up as well? Judge, if I may. I explained to Jerome and his mom that the reason why he's here is because there was a reading from this, that he was past his 9 o'clock curfew on the 15th. I talked to him about it. He's a young man that actually has a pretty good future, Judge. He's got a football chance in college. Both he and his mom knows the severity of, you know, your words in terms of him being home at 9. She would be ashamed to ruin a potential football career because of criminality, wouldn't it? So anyways, Judge, on that particular night, what had happened was they, you know, it was still during football. I think football is over with now. So he made the mistake. He went out to go work out with football with, is it your cousin?
My cousin.
Your cousin. And that's where he was that night, Judge. I asked him if he could get something from the cousin. He's got some text messages going back and forth of them meeting at, was it at a park by the house? At a park to work out. And that's that. And I think that's the only violation he's had, Judge. I think both his mom and Jerome realized that, hey, cannot happen again. His mom tells me that she would definitely, I mean, he's never been in trouble, you know. Let's do this. I'm gonna send you for a drug test, Mr. Hunter, okay? Send him for a drug test. You're to come back and then we'll go from there.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Yes, sir. All right. Just take a seat for me. We're gonna send you right now. Back there or in just back? Judge, he is set originally on the 7th, so if everything comes back okay, we'll just take it. Okay. So just follow it.
I'm gonna go ahead and send you the direct test. It's the same location where you're going to be. Also, when I send you when you get there, you check the direct test. You want to waste the money. Okay, thank you.
Hey, Shatori.
Paul mentioned it's very nice, but you want to attach me to a case that
A year. It's okay. Yeah, it's not, this, they don't have to.
I think y'all have to stay in the corner,
Good morning, Ms. Zaragoza.
Morning.
And you're charged with assault causing bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 54 days in jail with credit for the 18 days that you have done. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. What's the problem?
I'm a US citizen.
Okay, I still have to explain you that if you're not.
Explain the consequences of it. That's okay.
These are all the rights that you're giving up. You're saying that I'm guilty. I don't want to go to trial. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement and once you plead guilty, you can't come back at a later date and try to change it because you don't like it anymore. Once you plead guilty, it stays like this forever.
Yeah.
Is this what you want to do, man?
Yes. Yeah.
Dolphins of us all, guilty or not guilty.
Guilty.
I must also inform you that from now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. You understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anytime there.
All right, thank you so much.
That's not that.
All right, he's got the rest of the.
Okay, I'll reject them and I'll resend.
Oh, but you bought, we made one. Yeah, I've heard about it.
Hey, Stacy.
Yes.
You joined? Oh, like. Yeah. Hey, Ricardo. Come here. Do you guys know of like a legal aid clinic that can help people like family law issues?
Family law?
Yeah, like don't have, is there such a thing? They don't have money?
I'm sure there is, but, honestly.
Is there like a legal aid clinic for family law stuff though? Really? What is it?
It used to be in the civil building, and then they moved it to the law. It's a quick research. My understanding is that it's always packed though. Like they have You're looking for family in particular? Yeah, they have a family legal aid. They used to have it in the civil building, but that was years ago. If you give me like 10 minutes, I can find it for you.
Yeah, I mean, I can look it up too.
I'll find it for you, Judge. You just Google,
Oh, hold on a second, hold on. Hey, sorry, you reset John, so you didn't have to wait.
Yeah, but, I missed that, and then he said that you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll monitor this. Okay. Hey, Judge, sorry to keep you waiting.
No, it's just, so I'm just reapproaching again on Rebus, the ID case.
Oh, okay.
So I spoke to the state, and so it seems like we're at disagreements on this, and the argument that I have, Judge, I think I have something that is pretty compelling. There's a case law that I have called Fledging the State, and that's not regarding an ID, it's regarding a check. But the court looks at the element of knowledge in it, and it talks about how possession of that forgery check is not enough to meet knowledge because mere possession alone is not enough. It's similarly here, by analogy, a possession of this ID is not enough because it would create an absurd result. The purpose of reading the statutes is that the court must interpret it by its ordinary language. And the language says that it has to have knowledge, actual knowledge of its falsity. Now, if for some reason it's ambiguous, then it must be interpreted in a way that doesn't produce an absurd result. So if we interpret it to mean the way the state is interpreting that mere possession is enough, then it would basically allow the police to arrest anyone that has the ID that has any type of dimple or any ripple or any type of defect in production, because that's what's happened here. The police officer's only basis for arrest was that the texture of the ID was wrong or different than what he is.
That's why they do licenses in special ways so that officers know that they're fake or that they're real or fake, right? They have little, so they can sit there and they can do this. It's got special colors, special, diagrams on it to be able to ascertain whether it's fake or not. And in this case here, there's a piece of tape and the paper's kind of like coming off.
That's not what I actually read in the DIMS. So the police officer in the DIMS only says that the texture was off. That was not what he was used to. But my point is kind of emphasis on that point that even if it is produced in such a special way, production can still be defective for whatever reason. And that shouldn't subject you to deprivation of liberty.
But at that point, that gives the person the right to investigate more. When something is amiss, right, that's the reasonable suspicion, right? The thing that gives them the authority to investigate further to see, hey, is this legitimate? Because if it was legitimate, then they send them on their way.
Agreed. But it gives the police right to investigate further for that offense, but not reasonable suspicion to arrest. And that's the thing, that the state would need to find that there is suspicion for every element of the offense, and it's the state's burden to produce that. And they haven't produced anything to show that there was reasonable suspicion for the actual knowledge of falsity.
So, Your Honor, a couple things. One, this was something that the officer again felt. It's not real. It easily became unglued. The officer going to be able to testify that, well, this was not something that came to the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles. In fact, the defendant even said, yeah, I don't have a license. Mine's suspended. Lack of knowledge of the law is not a defense.
Right. Ignorance is never a defense, right?
And I would argue, Your Honor, we're not saying this is just mere possession. We're not arguing that. We're saying if you take a look at all the facts and circumstances surrounding this case, there is overwhelming evidence that there was intent by the defendant to use that driver's license because he gave it over to the officers when they responded to the accident. They easily could tell it was fake. It even unglued on scene. So there's enough.
Unglued on scene.
The thing is that I don't see that anywhere in the DIMS about being unglued.
And
the fact is that this
also noted that this did not have the same texture, was not laminated, or it was laminated, but was not issued by the states. Card easily became unglued while holding it and was clearly made from paper and laminate.
I think that there's enough to go forward.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Thank you.
For sure.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
What's new?
Judge, I have an off docket. Can I give you a class number?
Yeah. What is it? You're still here, Lori?
Yes, I
Dang.
have a plea.
It is 252-5470. It is.
Okay,
Judge, there is a no contact in place right now between the complainant and defendant. We spoke with our client and we spoke with, and apparently the complainant needs help with the kids and she wants the no contact restriction removed.
yeah, how is this case so old
I believe it was on warrant status for a long time.
and it's waived for the next appearance? It's not with us anyways. You have to go to the ERD. It's been sent to ERD.
Yes, Judge. I will go ahead and approach over there. It's okay.
Alex, you're right at the right time. They just started.
Yes, Judge. Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Hi, Lori.
Hey, Judge, Mr. Mendoza, got a plea, Francisco Mendoza.
Come up, Mr. Mendoza.
Judge, he wants to show you his ID for where he works.
Is what I would say.
Right.
I've been out of.
Out of trouble.
I've been snapping my hands.
He just got out of the mental hospital on day before yesterday.
All we want are our streets to be safe. And you need to understand that the type of case that you have now, the burglar of a motor vehicle, one of two things is if you continue, one of two things can happen. Number one, you're asking to get shot dead because people like their cars and they like their guns. And you mess with the wrong person, I can't tell you how many times we read of someone, something like this, they run away and they shoot them in the back. Really. When that happens, it's over. There's no coming back. Number one. Number two, if you continue with this type of case, they can hit you with a felony. And then you're looking at years instead of days. I'm just telling you of the possibilities. That's why you think before you act. Because when you don't, that's when you end up in jail. You see what I mean? You work hard, put your heart into it, you can do damn near anything in this life. You know what I mean? So you're charged with burglary of a motor vehicle. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 21 days in jail, credit for the 7 days that you've done. You need to understand that this is going to go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. Is this what you want to do? From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. You pick up another case. I'm telling you, it's a 90-day minimum from now on. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, you can never change this. Do you understand? Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the officer? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, send you to it. Good luck, sir. Keep working, man. I'll roll your court costs. They won't owe anything. All right.
Mr. Roloff, he was sent down because I had reset him, but I did get in touch before he was sent down to his father. Can I bring him back tomorrow and get him? Of course. Okay.
Whoa, you got to hold it. Go that way. You're good.
Right here.
You got to hold it, Dad?
Mm-hmm. His stepfather. Yeah.
Real dad?
No, his stepfather. It's his baby brother's father.
Okay, is this the dude that he was talking about?
Mm-hmm. And I spoke with him. He said he would help him out. He gave me his address. I have his phone number. So I'll call him back today and tell him.
And he can stay at that, he can stay at that house? Okay. Should we put a monitor on him? What do you think?
I don't think so.
I think tomorrow we can address the condition.
Okay. I definitely want to test him because I want to make sure he's not using, take care, man. Okay, yeah, well, we'll talk tomorrow, Lori.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Judge, in case you want to cover the address as it must reside as well, we
Yeah,
have.
that's what I want to make sure that he's actually going there, not just going back to the street. I think I'm going to. Hey,
Judge, how are you doing?
hey, what's new, man?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
I guess we can talk about, I got appointed to a case a little bit late, but he was already on it, so they reappointed him to this guy in custody, Jerry Birch. I might still be attached, that's what I'm approaching, but.
I don't see anyone attached. But regardless,
The issue, Your Honor, is we want to roll.
he's in jail?
He's in jail,
I'm
yes.
sure he's on bond.
But we want to roll it to tomorrow because
I think you had issued a warrant because he maybe missed a court or something.
Okay, whatever you want. Sure, if you want to roll it, we can roll it to tomorrow.
That's it. All right, thank you.
And I have Lorenzo Lycona. You had sent him for a drug test earlier, Judge?
Coming up. Is that mom?
That is mom. Okay, do you want to come to?
Not, I mean, I don't think she understands her. She speak English? Okay. Guys, what did he test positive for?
It was something positive for THC or benzo. Okay, well, we need to.
No, sir. No more. I'm gonna test you like crazy. If I find that you're using, what happens? That's right. Do you speak Spanish? Dime con quién andas, yo te digo quién eres. Don't be hanging around with the wrong people. It's not gonna go well for you. I want you to stay in school full-time. I don't want you out, and I'm giving you a curfew, so you're not out in the middle of the night. 10 p.m., do you understand? And I'm gonna test you weekly, so I know that you're not using. The next time, I'm giving you a 50-day pass on the weed. After 50 days, if you continue to test positive for weed, you test positive for anything else without a valid prescription, it's not gonna go well for you. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
You will not fall through the cracks here. Okay, thanks, counsel.
Now, you do work and go to school. He works at Discount Tire. Is that good for you? As far as the curfew is in?
It's all good.
It's good? Okay. It's been a shit.
Hicimos un examen de drogas y tenía positivos de marihuana y píldoras. Le dije que no más. Le voy a hacer exámenes cada semana para ver si está usando. La próxima vez se quede conmigo. También le voy a dar un curfew que no se puede ir de la casa de las 10 de la noche. Se tiene que quedar en la casa. Si él sale después de las 10, voy a revocar la fianza. ¿Necesitas algo más?
Gracias por ayudarme.
¿Cómo no? Cualquier cosa que tú necesitas, me avisas y lo hagamos, porque no quiero que él se falle de más. No puede comunicar con la otra persona. Do you know who the co-defendant is in this case?
I do know.
Guys, who's the co-defendant?
Yes, Judge.
Like, is it friend, relation, brother?
Not sure.
I don't.
So so I told him no using drugs, no using alcohol. I'm getting him a curfew.
I don't know.
Guys, put a monitor on him, please. And no contact with the.
I don't believe there is a co-defendant in this.
No, there is.
There is.
There is. Just the dude didn't show up today. Si necesitas algo, avisas. Come on.
Yes, sir. Judge, are you fixing the curfew with them?
Yeah, yeah. 10 p.m. 10 p.m. So you have a lawyer.
Tienes un abogado aquí.
If you need
Si
anything,
necesitas cualquier cosa,
let the lawyer know.
déjalo saber.
If he starts misbehaving in your house,
Empieza a comportarse mal en la casa,
you let me know
le dejas saber al juez
and I will take care of him for you.
y yo me encargo de él.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay?
está bien.
We're going
Thank
to put a
you.
monitor on him so we know
Vamos a
where he
ponerle.
is at all times and we don't want him out in the middle of the night.
Y no nos quedamos afuera
Target as well.
y no puede regresar al target. Va a tener un toque de queda, ¿entiendes?
Sí.
Okay? Okay?
Okay, gracias.
Thanks. Okay, ready?
Judge, one last one.
It's a Mr. Serrano, Judge.
Serrano, with a C or with an S?
Yes.
So he has an. So he has an evading out of court 6, and then he's got our case.
So this one is pretty straightforward. It's one where the, So Pennsylvania requested an extension, but it was for the entire 30 days, and because of the nature of it, another court would grant it. And so they've already stated to me that they wouldn't be able to pick up in time, and so I'm going to dismiss it. However, they requested that the court admonish him before I dismiss the case, stating that the warrants are still active and that, and but he has 24 counts of failure to appear for retail theft. I mean, it is, and obviously the evading is an aggravating factor, but just admonish him.
Pennsylvania can't come here? I mean.
Not in time. That's what I mean. It's typically the court grants 3 days, but they need the full month. And so because it's not an aggravated offense, is you've never granted.
Is it just like a retail, like a?
It's a failure to appear, but it's so many retail thefts, just the aggregate amount that it becomes a felony, but they're.
Sure.
But it was issued out in 2024, 2023.
Are they going to file the hold?
No, the hold is still, well, the hold is going to be released because we can only hold.
I mean, okay, so
But the
you're
warrant
gonna
is still-
dismiss, are they gonna?
Fugitive case because they're unable to pick up in the allotted time, but the warrant is still gonna stay active. And so he can get arrested again, he can get arrested in Montgomery County or Liberty County or Galveston, anywhere, it's still active. So, I mean, he could get picked up in 3 days.
So I guess we'll just, at some point.
He made bond on the evading, so he's able to go back
Yeah.
today. I mean, and
Surprised that they did, but with the fugitive case, that they gave it to GOB? What? Yeah, they gave it to GOB.
They did.
Yeah, I believe he has court tomorrow.
He, I think.
So.
Serrano.
No, in 2 days.
Yo te voy a traducir para el juez.
Good morning, sir.
Buenos días, caballero. Buenos días. Buenos días.
You are wanted out of the state of Pennsylvania
Tiene una orden de arresto del estado de Pennsylvania.
for 24 counts of retail theft.
24 acusaciones de hurto de una tienda.
The state of Pennsylvania
Estado de Pennsylvania.
doesn't have the resources to come get you within the allotted time.
Y a venir a buscarte en el tiempo que le toca.
So they're going to end up dismissing or withdrawing the hold.
Van a quitar la orden de detención que
Thing
tienes.
that I want you to understand,
Yo lo quiero que entiendas usted.
that hold
Esa orden de
and that
detención,
Pennsylvania warrant
esa orden de arresto que tiene
will always remain active
todavía y va a quedarse siempre activo.
until you go take care of it.
Que usted vaya ahí y
You
termina
could
y ser
literally
encargado.
walk out of here and they can rearrest you.
Literalmente puedes salir de estas puertas y te pueden agarrar y
And every
arrestarte.
time you will sit there for who knows how long.
Y te arrestan y cada vez que pasa eso te vas a quedar ahí atrás y a saber cuánto
So
tiempo.
you take care.
Hasta que usted toma y se ponga en carga de
Yo le
esa
estaba diciendo a la
cosa.
abogada eso mismo, que yo voy a viajar para allá.
I was telling the attorney that very same thing, that I'm going to go travel over there.
I don't care what. It doesn't matter to me.
No importa, me dice.
I'm telling you,
Yo solo te estoy
so
diciendo
you take care of it.
que hasta que usted
And the thing
termine
is,
ahí con
is
eso,
when you get arrested,
arrestar, si no,
never at a good time.
nunca va a ser un tiempo
It
apropiado
could be
que
at
puedes.
the worst possible time in your life.
Tiempo más peor que puede ser.
So it would probably be a good idea
Entonces, probablemente sería una buena idea
to take care of it as soon as
para
possible.
arreglar todo este asunto lo más pronto posible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You still have the open case in court 6.
Todavía tienes un caso abierto en la corte
Don't have to
número
worry
6
about that.
y todavía tienes que preocuparte sobre eso.
Anything else?
¿Algo más?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
Nada más.
Good luck to you.
Buena suerte.
Thank you, Your Honor.
caballero.
Excuse me. Okay.
Okay, I filed a dismissal on the fugitive case.
Okay.
And that should wrap up the fugitive docket.
Thanks, Dave. Good to see you, man.
See you.
Yeah. No, that's like. Yeah.
Ramona,
Yes, Judge.
Victoria back there? Is she
No.
hiding in there? If she is, can you send her back out?
Sure, Judge.
I know she's like playing that. You ready? Let's go, come on.
Yeah.
We're gonna go through the list?
Yes, Judge, page 1 and 2. Alejos, there's a motion to sub. Did you sign that?
Who filed it?
Yeah,
Oh, was that Monks' case?
Peraza? No, Judge. Rick Peraza, he emailed me asking me to reset it. I said I couldn't.
I'll sign it. Yeah. It's not a problem. Yeah. It's on page 1 of the docket. Alejos,
1 and 2.
255. Yeah.
All right, the next one, Judge, is page,
Okay, Vic, who's next?
all right, page 9. I sent you an email. She said his dad is in the hospital. And she sent you.
On Joya? This is the co-defendant.
Yes.
I have here just a list of food. What
I know.
what the heck is this?
But it's got the date and time. If you scroll down, it's a picture of dad's wristband.
No, I don't even know if that's dad. 2501.
Okay. Next, Judge, is page 11, Macias. Set for bond forfeiture.
Yeah, 5001 on that one.
Are you gonna do a VO?
Did I do one already? Let's see. Yeah, right now.
Next is page 20, Tovar. Council recent case last, I want to say.
Diana was in here earlier.
Yes, so last thing, she said that, the defendant already has his license, but it's a temporary paper one that he needs to send to her. And then today, she says he didn't do it. So I told her to ask, for which time he wanted to do it.
Okay, so the 2501. Or he's not here. I am SFBF tomorrow.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, Judge, that's it.
Okay. We needed to speak to him. Is that the gentleman?
Concert? Yes, page 9.
Okay. Don't miss, did he miss a test? What was it that, oh, the late. Hey, no more violations. Do you understand? That's it.
Oh, thanks, Al. Must have been a mistake.
No. Does that mean there's an emergency?
Is court date again? Let's just do that. Yeah, there is something happening in court date.
Again? Yes.
He wanted to sign his bond conditions and he was acting up and then the bailiff was by himself and then maybe he's acting up again.
Hey, do you want to get him out, Mr. Hunter?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Hey, Greg, are you good?
It's tomorrow, but I was gonna, because I'm here. I was about to have to use some next door to help out.
Are you helping out?
And I'm still here late, so I figured I'd come here to.
What's he trying, a DWI?
Court 7 is a DWI.
No.
They're not in trial. It's just, it was a mental health case. He was kind of acting up.
No, but I thought they were in trial, were they not? Dustin was here.
They might be done.
What?
Or they were on break.
No, they were on break. They just
Yeah, they just picked a jury.
Okay.
They just picked a jury.
I got Amanda at Elbridge tomorrow.